Hello, good evening, and welcome to Yes You Can podcast. I'm your host, Tamirum Ukwen. Thank you for joining us once again. We hope we can be able to transform your life and help you live to your full potential. Um, Thank you for listening to our last episode. For people who are able to listen on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and our YouTube channel, and to us men that are able to watch us on Facebook Reel and on our Instagram Reel. So today we'll be discussing a very important topic which many have ignored, and this topic is titled self-discovery. So this topic of self-discovery, if we really look at it, there are a lot of things about self-discovery. If you are able to discover yourself, you will go places and then you will reach destiny, because it's one of the key factors that can steer us on our path to destiny. So there are plenty things and a lot of things we are going to discuss about on this topic of self-discovery. So one of them is what self-discovery is all about, how to start a journey of self-discovery, and then 7 elements of self-discovery. There are a lot of others that will still be coming, but that should be in our second episode, because we are going to segment this self-discovery. It's a wider topic, so we'll segment it into 2 or 3 episodes to see. We are going to see how we'll be able to reduce this bulkiness of the journey of self-discovery, so that you can be able to maximize time and listen to us and then change the narrative of your present life and your state of being. So we're going to dive into it. Life moves so fast. We have errands to run, work to do, business to handle, marriage to keep, children to take care of, education and degree, and a lot of other things in our mind to pursue. So sometimes we pursue, or we set our mind on all this errand of life and forgetting to learn how to truly discover ourselves. And if we don't truly discover ourselves and we begin chasing all this errand of life, we are chasing nothing but shadows. So on our busy routine, we really give time to consider what kind of life we really want for ourselves. So I really have a question for us this evening for us to keep in mind. The question is, every time we take a walk on the street, do we truly think we are in the place destiny is supposed to take us, or are we still trying to find out who we truly are? If you are unable to find out who you truly are, this is where we come in to help you on this our segment of the episode called self-discovery. So most likely it can be hard to find a space to discover and become our most authentic self. However, there are endless benefits that we can make or take when we truly discover ourselves. So if you are wondering how to begin this journey of self-discovery, know that every journey begins with a step. So this journey of self-discovery starts with just a step of commitment, dedication, focusing your mind to a particular thing, taking action, and prioritizing your needs and prioritizing your time and giving preference to whom you have preference to. Because the moment you don't prioritize your time, you don't take action to certain life challenges, you don't live up to expectation of life, so you continue to live a life of frustration and grumbling. So remember that you can make a change you can't make a change without putting in work. So for every change you want to make in your life, you need to put in work. So be ready to find out who you are on this journey of self-discovery. So before we start, it's very important for us to define what self-discovery is. So self-discovery is the process of understanding our true self, our value, our needs, and want. So there are basically 4 things here: true self, value, needs, and want. So if you discover your true self, you set value to yourself. And then that is when you begin to filter out what's supposed to be on your needs and what's supposed to be on your want. But the moment you don't discover your true self, you categorize everything as what it may be. You may categorize it all as your needs. You may categorize your true self, your value, and even your want as needs. So you need to discover your true self. As the definition says, self-discovery is discovering your true self, your value, your needs, and wants. So even the type of food we want to eat, with time we're able to create preference to the type of diet we want. Growing up as kids, if you're not exposed to certain kind of food, the moment you eat them for the first time, there's a way it has this taste on, and they give you this goosebump feeling on your body. So that's something that you don't really build up interest about with time, but then you just go into it at once. That's how you get all the goosebumps and any other symptoms related to that. So you may have naturally learned some of these things about yourself over time, but yet for a lot of people, they have a way of losing touch with the value and their own hidden motivation and potential from their inside. How did they lose touch of these hidden goals and potential? They lose touch of it the moment they began to chase shadows of life, running unnecessary errands without putting their mind on discovering who they truly are first, which is the basic thing before you dive into the journey of purpose and destiny. So even going deeper into self-discovery can transform our life, because it's one thing to know your personality type or your favorite meal. But true self-discovery starts when you evaluate your life and think about what's energizing and what is not, what will bring joy into your life, what will inspire you to jump out of bed every morning. Some people have been living a life where every morning they wake up, they are always angry at their job, because they have not discovered themselves. They are out there chasing shadow, make the money, build a house, buy a car, without discovering your true self. So when you don't discover your true self and you begin to chase all this, everything you chase is shadow. And when the morning breaks or when the day breaks, you find it hard to jump out of bed with excitement to do whatever job or whatever business or whatever career you may have. So once you have discovered more about yourself, you have an easier time finding your life and purpose and being your authentic self in work as well as in your personal life. So, but if you're able to discover your true self, every day you wake up, you jump out of bed with excitement, you go to your job, your business, you go there smiling with excitement. Sometimes the reason why we have a lot of grumpy people in offices is not because the job is not good or the pay is bad. It's because they have not discovered their true self with time and they are out there chasing shadow just to live life. Don't just live life, live to inspire life. Let your journey of self-discovery be able to attract a lot of people to know that if truly they can discover themselves, then they can be a shining light to their generation too. But don't think you can just finish this journey of self-discovery overnight. It takes time. The journey of self-discovery takes time. To some it may take weeks, months, depending on how big your dream and goals are. So self-discovery is an ongoing process. It doesn't stop. You keep on going every day of your life, 247, 365, depending on the number of years, till you are able to look not just from a distance, but to be able to hold on to destiny, which when you started the journey of self-discovery can be a mile or kilometers away. So we are able to put on a few tips that can really help us in this our journey of self-discovery. And then we are able to put on 11 tips that you can follow and learn how to discover your true self. And one of the tips is learn to be your best self each day, no matter what you are doing. Everything you lay your hands to do, everything you find yourself doing, giving your very best. Work at your very best at it, no matter how little it is. I tell you that even that little monster seed is going to be a very big giant tree tomorrow that can give you a shade to sit on. So number 2 is taking risks and trying new things. You need to take risks all the time. In life, if you don't take risks, you can't be a winner. So take risks. And then number 3 is hold on to your passion and what makes you excited. Hold on to it. Hold on to that passion. What is driving you every day? What is driving you to wake up out of bed with excitement? So hold on to it and hold on to that passion and whatever makes you excited to begin the day happily and continue even to the last hour of the day joyfully. So number 4 is understanding your strength and think about how you can apply them everywhere. So if you are able to understand your strength, this strength is in our inner self. We have this strength inside of us. So we need to harness that strength. We need to apply it in every aspect of our life. When I mean every aspect of our life, you don't apply it on the negative aspect of life, but on every positive aspect of life that can be able to propel us to our destiny. And number 5 is we should start journaling our own thoughts so that we can look back at them later. I'm a victim of this actually for few months now. I think 11 months. I did not have a journal for myself, but as of 2021 to 2022, I had a journal, a diary where I keep record of things, my thoughts, my engagement, because sometimes to discover yourself and destiny, life, there's a way life gives us a kind of a blur picture about it. It can be in a minute or in a few seconds. Something you love doing, something that when you do, you're happy about it. The moment you're able to write it down in your own journal and look back at it, this is what I did, and then I find joy in it. The moment you continue to do it, you discover that that is the only thing that gives you joy. But there's no way you can be able to remember all these things if you don't put them into writing. So it's important for us to have a journal. So to as many listeners out there who don't have a journal or a diary, to be able to write our thought every day of our life, I think it's high time for us to get our own diary, to write out our thoughts so that we can reflect on them later. And number 6 is make sure you surround yourself with people who support you. This is very, very important, because the moment you don't surround yourself with people that support you on this journey of self-discovery, you lose motivation on this journey of self-discovery, and then you'll be out there as many who are out there right now chasing the shadows, not living life with excitement. So you need to be around people that support you. And number 7 is learn from your mistake. Very important. We need to learn from our mistake. And then when we make a mistake, we shouldn't just sit down looking at those mistakes and weeping. But no, we should learn from them and get up, wipe the tears, clean the dust off our bodies, shake off the dirt, and then move on with life. And number 8 is think back at your childhood and try to connect to it. Yes, it's very important to think back at your childhood and try to connect to it. Let me give an instance with myself. Growing up as a child, I love having pets. I love fishes, I love taking care of fish, dogs, and a lot of other things. So when I was growing up, my mom is a veterinary personnel, to be precise. So I usually follow her and see how she does the injection, the castration of dogs, and a lot of other things. So with that now, I was able to discover from my inner self after some years later that if I have a passion for taking care of pets and hate seeing things get sick or things getting worse, why not go into something that can really help humanity? What I mean something that can help humanity is you can help humanity in diverse ways. You can be in every field in life. You can be in engineering, you can be in medicine, you can be in law, in every aspect that you find your life, in every work you find yourself in. Try to make a difference. And then try to connect it to your inner childhood. Because if you don't connect it to your inner childhood, there's something about adulthood. Adulthood does not give you much enjoyment as childhood does. Because in childhood, you have a little to care about. But in adults, there are a lot of things to think about. A lot of bills you have on you, and a lot of other things. So number 9 is be curious and ask questions. This is very important. On the journey of self-discovery, you need to ask questions. Don't just begin the journey. When you surround yourself with people that support you, always ask them questions, because people that support you will always be there for you to answer some of these questions if they are able to answer. But if they are not able to answer this question, I think it's high time you seek for a higher knowledge and understanding. So this higher knowledge and understanding can be through your phone, listening to podcasts, reading a lot of books you get online, a lot of journals, and a lot of other materials, or even from people that have lived life for long and then they are living up their dream. You can get a lot of this experience from them. Number 10 is build a habit that supports your personal growth and goal. If you don't have a habit that supports your personal growth and goal, then there's no way you can be able to live up life to its full potential and live a very purposeful and impacting life. So you must, the reason why I put must here, because it's very important. You must be able to build habits that support personal growth and goals. If you set a goal, build a habit around it that support that goal and personality. And number 11 is practice positive self-talk and reward yourself for every win in life. When I mean practice positive self-talk, I mean like it can be talking to yourself in the mirror. Yes, talking to yourself in the mirror every morning or every time you feel down, look at the mirror. I'm not a failure. I'm a success. There's no negativity in me. Every energy that surrounds me is full of positivity. And then reward yourself for every win, for every little success you make. Try to reward yourself. It's very important. Motivate yourself by yourself. Don't always have an external motivation. Let your motivation always try to come from within sometimes, because the moment it comes from within you, it gives you a driving passion, and then it's able to help you gather up those energy you need on the journey of life. So ladies and gentlemen, we'll be stopping on today's segment here. As I've said, the episodes will continue because the journey of self-discovery has a lot of things we will discuss. So in our next episode, what we'll be looking at are 7 elements of self-discovery and a lot of other things, and why the journey of self-discovery is very important. But we'll be drawing our curtain close here today. We hope we are able to help transform you and change your thoughts and your thinking for the week. For as many that are trying to discover who they truly are, you can join us next Friday as we continue on this journey of self-discovery, where we'll discuss the other aspect of self-discovery, which I've mentioned earlier. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us once again. I remain your host of Yes You Can podcast, Tamir Mam Ukwen. Be inspired. Inspired.